The future of television comedy is taking a crack at TV's legendary past.
Quick! Turn on Carson. That zoo guy's on, and he's got red-ass baboons.
Consider yourself warned.
You embarrass me, I'll make your life a living hell.
Would you give me a little credit? Over here! Check out the craters on this moon!
Oliver Bean, a new era in comedy, begins Sunday, March 9th after The Simpsons on Fox. The search to expose a traitor.
Have you done the unthinkable?
And the race to stop a nuclear bomb.
You're about to become the biggest murderer in the history of this country.
Are about to meet.
Tell me where the bomb is, Marie.
I'm not telling you anything.
In one.
We have to stop this disaster right now.
Explosive.
What's gonna happen to us?
Moment.
We're all gonna die.
The threat is real. The hour is here.
How much time have we got? Could be any second.
All new 24 at 9, 8 Central Fox Tuesday.
Old Man Winter has returned to Rochester. Coming up, how long will it last? Plus, one man shares with us his amazing story in just 60 seconds on the 10 o'clock news.
Do cable TV prices make you cry? Get DirecTV from the Dish Store. Enjoy better TV and more value for just $31.99 per month. Get a 2-room DirecTV system for free. Call the Dish Store, your source for satellite TV.
Fox Rochester, celebrating our region and making the winning easy at foxrochester.com. Click on All in a Day's Drive to register to win a Toronto getaway. You'll stay at the beautiful Delta Chelsea, and you can enjoy the CN Tower, Toronto's legendary The Second City, the Eaton Centre, the Royal Ontario Museum, and Disney's The Lion King. How do you win? It's easy. Log on to foxrochester.com and click on All in a Day's Drive. Brought to you by your local Chevy dealer.
Hello!
Late nights on Fox Rochester begin with TV Guide's #1 comedy of all time, Seinfeld.
Bring it on!
Followed by Spin City and Voyager. Seinfeld, tonight at 11 on Fox Rochester.
Fabulous.
Now, live from Fox Rochester, the 10 o'clock news.
Today's fluffy snow was deceiving drivers, covering up a layer of ice on the roadways. Treacherous conditions caused dozens of accidents and canceled flights at the Rochester airport. Good evening, I'm Melanie Barnes, coming to you from our new set at the 10 o'clock news. Winter weather is back with a vengeance. Meteorologist Elizabeth Hart joins us up top with the latest.
Well, Melanie, the threat for icing is definitely out of the area. However, we're facing a new saga, and that is some heavy snow. Not just yet, and in fact, overnight tonight, things will be fairly quiet. We picked up just under 2 inches of snow out at the airport today. Of course, underneath that, we had about 1/10 of an inch of icing throughout Monroe County. But again, the ice is done with. Back to the west, couple of snow showers hanging on south of the Buffalo area. Tonight, again, I think we're probably going to see actually some fairly dry conditions through very early tomorrow morning, only picking up about another inch. Lows, again, are going to be bitterly cold, down to about 10 degrees. Westerly winds 15 to 25 miles per hour will make it feel like it's about 15 below zero. And then tomorrow around midday, next system moves in. We could see 2, 3, maybe 4 inches of snow during the day tomorrow, and then another 2 to 4 inches overnight Monday. We'll talk more about it in just a bit. Melanie?
Thanks, Liz. The transition from rain to snow overnight made for slick roadways and caused dozens of accidents throughout the area. It certainly kept emergency workers busy. Reporter Tim Cassidy joins us now with the story. Tim?
Well, Melanie, EMS workers at Rural Metro Ambulance certainly didn't have the option to stay inside today. Extra crews and ambulances were being called to emergencies throughout the entire day. Drivers found themselves off the road as icy and snowy conditions took over the area. Ice formed from the rain we had yesterday and the snow and covered the snow for slick conditions. Over at Rural Metro Ambulance, they were ready. On a normal day, the ambulance teams receive about 160 calls, but on a day like today, they responded to more than 200. As Daryl Gregg from Rural Metro tells us, the majority of the accidents occurred this morning when drivers were deceived by the conditions.
It's about 5:30 to about 7 was just unbelievable. 390, 490, 590, they were just glass. It was worse than an ice skating rink, and that was the problem. People were going slow, and they'd try and stop, and there was just no stopping, no matter what you weighed, no matter what you were driving, four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive. A lot of multi-car accidents of people spinning, bouncing off guardrails, other cars, things like that.
Now, the big question is, what will the weather have in store for tomorrow morning's commute, and will the kids be headed back to school for winter break? Elizabeth Hart will have all the answers coming up a little bit later during the Futurecast. Melanie?
Thanks, Tim. 2 men were shot during an attempted robbery at a Wilson Farm store last night. It happened just before 9 yesterday on J Street in the city. A man went in to hold up the store and shot 2 clerks, each in the leg. Both employees were taken to the hospital. The robber got away, but without any cash. He suffered a terrible personal tragedy, and after 10 years, he's sharing his story with others. Stephanie Simo explains.
Well, Melanie, it's an amazing story about one man's journey. It takes you from love to hatred and guilt, and through it all, finding a way to forgive and being able to live in peace again.
I just got down on the ground and I had my knees on the floor and I was grabbing the rug and I just says, what do I need to do, God?
After years of struggling with pain and anguish about his wife's murder, a voice in Joe Forte's head told him a little word he thought he'd never be able to live by.
He says, you have to forgive Leroy. You have to forgive him for what he's done. And then I just sat there and I said, how am I supposed to do that?
Forte says faith in God, combined with focusing on the true meaning of forgiveness, was the answer.
Forgiveness is for the person who lets that go. It's not for the person who's being forgiven unless that person is specifically asking for forgiveness.
In this case, the neighbor who killed Michelle Forte denies it. Joe and Michelle had been married only 11 weeks before the new groom found his wife stabbed to death on their bedroom floor back in 1993.
I had promised, when she died, I had promised as I stood there at her grave with my hand on the plate that I would not let her die in vain and that I would do something to make a difference.
Forgive and Forget Me Not was released this week, almost 10 years to the day that Michelle died.
I think Michelle has things to do with a lot of stuff. I felt her encouragement through this.
Now, like I said in the beginning, this is a story about tragedy and triumph, but perhaps the most compelling part about Forgive and Forget Me Not comes on the very last page of this book. You can pick up one of these books and meet Joe Forte next Saturday at Nostalgia Nook over at the Marketplace Mall beginning at 10 o'clock a.m. And for complete details about Joe's life, you can log on to his website at www.forgiveandforgetmenot.com. Melanie?
Thanks, Stephanie. Well, some parents and kids braved the snowy weather for Family Day at the Memorial Art Gallery. Today's theme was the Arts of Asia. Children got hands-on experience in Chinese calligraphy and other Asian artistry. There were martial arts demonstrations and local Asian artists teaching families about Far East culture.
By offering tours, guided tours of the Asian art in our collection and showcasing some Asian arts like Mendi or different Asian folk arts, we're just opening our doors to another group of people.
Today's event at the gallery was free. The MAG hosts Family Day events 5 times a year, and you can call them for more information. Well, if you pop the question on Valentine's Day, it's time to start planning for that summer wedding. And that's just what these couples were doing today. From wedding dresses to DJs, you could find it all at the 4 Points Hotel. Local business owners say it's a great way to show brides what they have to offer.
Gives me a greater insight as to what their individual needs are, as well as their desires and what they want to accomplish with their wedding celebration.
Experts say this is prime time to make wedding plans before banquet halls get booked up for the summer. Well, more bad weather slows down rescue workers in Maryland. Coming up, the search for people trapped continues.
The 10 o'clock news brought to you by Saturn.
Movie cowboy gets a second shot at stardom.
That's some fancy shooting.
I've seen fancier.
But can he hit the mark?
Sorry.
Sorry, don't suture my colon.
Before Bart loses faith.
I took the liberty of creating a new hero for your wall.
The Simpsons.
Monday at 7 on Fox Rochester. Followed by...
I can hold out longer than you. Care to make it interesting?
Who will be master of their domain? I'm out on the next Seinfeld.
Monday, starting at 7 on Fox Rochester.
Today, finding a job can be challenging. And the first step in getting to work is getting to an interview. Thanks, Phil.
Good luck. I'm Bill Nojay. As volunteer chairman of RTS, we want to make sure we're doing all we can to make your life easier. That's why we've started Jobs First. If you have an interview for a new job, we'll send you a bus pass so you can get to the interview and back home again free. Because finding a job is hard enough. Getting there shouldn't be.
Leo's Furniture Fashion's Red Tag Sale means huge savings for you. All floor samples must be sold to make room for our new inventory. It's your opportunity to acquire fine furniture at deep discount prices. Living rooms, dining rooms, family rooms, bedrooms, all top quality. Most Red Tag for this event at Leo's Furniture. Leo's also discounts on special orders. Mention this commercial for free delivery. Ask about our special financing. Hurry in for the best selection of Red Tag floor samples at 489 Chilai Avenue. Leo's Furniture Fashions.
Now, from Fox Rochester, the 10 o'clock news with Melanie Barnes.
The snow and ice aren't just causing problems here. The rest of the country is getting caught up in the deep freeze, too. In Oklahoma City, more winter weather was blamed for traffic problems and some accidents. Drifting snow forced several roads to close for a while. Whiteout conditions were reported in the northern part of the state. About 2 inches of snow fell earlier this afternoon. And the snow is still falling in Kansas. The National Weather Service has issued winter storm warnings and advisories for much of the state. Strong winds are making it hard to search the rubble at a Toys R Us store in Maryland. 9 people were injured yesterday after the roof collapsed. Rescue workers are still looking for any other possible victims. Authorities are optimistic that everyone got out safely, but they're doing a thorough search just in case. In the aftermath of Thursday night's deadly nightclub fire in Rhode Island, a priority has been to identify the victims. Authorities say 31 of the 96 people killed have been identified so far. Now, as Keith Oppenheim reports, relatives of victims got a chance to grieve today in a way they weren't able to before.
This place, full of charred debris, a place combed by investigators, became a place for sad reflection. Families of victims were bussed into the site where the Station nightclub once stood to see for themselves where their loved ones perished. Rhode Island's governor said the families have been comforted by the community.
They sense it, they feel it, and they greatly appreciate it.
Meanwhile, forensic teams are working around the clock to verify the dead, matching fingerprints and searching for dental records. At the same time, questions remain about who's responsible for the tragedy, the club owners or the band that set off the pyrotechnics, Great White. This is amateur video from a different band called Love and Cry, shot at the Station nightclub. A member of Love and Cry said his band used pyrotechnics at the station on numerous occasions when the club was under different ownership.
Did they allow it? I'd say that proof says yeah.
It was a total shock to me to see the pyrotechnics going off when Great White took the stage.
But Saturday, one of the club owners, Jeffrey Derderian, vehemently denied the club ever gave permission for such an act. Rhode Island's Attorney General.
I would hope that Mr. Derderian is as cooperative with the law enforcement agencies involved in this investigation as he has been with the press.
As a criminal investigation continues, so does a process of mourning. Monday, there will be memorial services for the victims and for a community that's still learning who died in this fire. In West Warwick, Rhode Island, I'm Keith Oppenheim reporting.
Back here at home, there was a special treat for Star Wars fans in Henrietta this afternoon. The guest conductor at this concert made quite a forceful entrance.
Good Sunday evening. I'm meteorologist Elizabeth Hart. Temperatures today fairly seasonal for this time of the year, but we certainly could have done without all that ice, and now we're looking at some heavy snow. We'll have details up next.
The 10 o'clock news brought to you by Webster Ford.
Everybody gets a great deal. Save thousands, get extra low payment. Save over $5,000. O2 F250 4x4, $399 per month. Save $6,800. O2 Windstar, $299 per month. Save over $5,000. O2 F150 4x4, $298 per month. Folks, this is huge. Low prices, low payments, limited time, huge selection. Hurry while they last.
Everybody gets a great deal. If you've been injured in an automobile accident, talk with Celino and Barnes.
One of the things that I most enjoy about being a lawyer
is helping clients in their time of need, fighting to ensure that they receive the compensation they rightfully deserve.
For us, it's about fairness. It's about justice. Although nobody can make up for your loss and suffering, our courtroom successes are proof that we go the extra mile to obtain the largest possible settlement.
Salino and Barnes, 454-2020.
The Simpsons at 6, King of the Hill at 6:30. Happy Hour on Fox Rochester. Hit the road with Fox Rochester, celebrating our region. Rochester, it's made for living. Our winter all-in-a-day's drive travel guide is ready for you, packed with great ideas and events information from around our region. Toronto, Niagara Falls, Northern Pennsylvania. Check your nearby Western New York Arby's restaurant for your copy. Brought to you by your Rochester area Chevrolet dealers.
Just $1. Everybody knows somebody who's been helped at the Al Siegel Center. But if the 8 partner agencies housed there are to continue their work with the thousands who face disabling challenges, the Al Siegel Center needs help. And that's where you come in. Take the time to put your dollar in the blue envelope right now. If every one of us gives just $1, the healing will continue. Please, just one.
Now, from Fox Rochester, the exclusive 7-day Futurecast.
If you've ever thought to yourself, which would be worse, a half an inch of ice or a half a foot of snow? Today answered the question. We did not have a half an inch of ice, but down in southern portions of our viewing area, portions of Livingston, Wyoming County reported nearly a quarter of an inch, up through Monroe, Orleans, and Wayne County, generally speaking about a tenth of an inch, but man, was it treacherous out there. Back out to the west, Buffalo had to close their airport down because the runways were all iced over. So I am happy to report now we are out of the woods with the icing situation. Temperature down to 19 degrees, and it's just going to be a plain old snow event from here on out. Westerly winds gusting between 15 and 25 miles per hour. That's putting the wind chill down into the single digits, and those very gusty winds will be with us overnight tonight. Air temperatures down to about 10 in Monroe County at times. It will feel like it's about 15 below with those gusty westerly winds. Through the day tomorrow, we're actually going to start off with a little bit of sunshine. Winds are going to slack off, so that will make conditions a bit more tolerable, but temperatures stay very, very cold through the day. Mid to upper teens will do it for the daytime highs, and we are going to see some snow come back into play. Right now, we're just about done with it, at least for the next few hours. We have a bit of snow hanging on back here through Orleans, Genesee, and back into the Buffalo area. We've had some breaks throughout Monroe County, a couple of batches of flurries now moving through the Pittsford area. We may pick up another half to 1 inch overnight tonight, but really it's tomorrow afternoon when the snow will begin in earnest. We've actually had a fair bit of rain through the day, pressing through the southeastern portion of the state. Still a number of flood watches and warnings in effect out in that neck of the woods, and we are going to see the ongoing threat of significant icing in interior portions of New England. It looks like at least through the day tomorrow. Now, as far as the storm system goes that will be affecting us, it's actually back in the Midwest right now. We're still looking at some rain showers in southern portions of Missouri. St. Louis basically about right on the rain-snow line, and you can see on the back side of this, we do have a fairly hefty band of snow pushing all the way in to northern Wisconsin. Snow just getting ready to push towards Terre Haute, Indiana. Ohio still in the clear, but that will be changing in the next several hours. Again, a little better perspective of where the snow is, which is off to our west in a batch of clearing right now, but we will be looking at probably another band or two of snow moving through in the next couple of hours. Here comes the area of low pressure. Not a whole lot of Gulf moisture with this thing, thankfully, or it would be a much bigger event, but we are going to see some persistent snows. Looks like they'll be developing around midday tomorrow. They'll be with us through the rest of the afternoon, and we could pick up 2 or 3 inches Monday afternoon and another 2 or 3 inches Monday night. An inch is all we'll get overnight tonight, I think, and that's probably even on the high side. Low about 10 degrees. Westerly winds running very gusty at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Snow on and off through the afternoon tomorrow, and then again Monday night. So by Tuesday morning, we're calling for about 6 inches on the ground once this thing starts to wrap up. Some sunshine in here on Wednesday, and then we do start a bit of a moderating trend temperature-wise as we head towards next weekend. Melanie?
All right, thanks, Liz. John DiTullio joining us with a quick look at sports.
Amerks at home tonight, looking to make it 2 straight W's. They were taking on the Crunch from Syracuse. And speaking of Crunch, Sean McMorrow and Trevor Ettinger getting it going here in the first period. And Norm Milley here with a shot, but the goalie covers it up, but there's Jason Botro, his 35th of the year. It's 1-0. Then it's a 2-2 in the third, and there's Carl Musowski here. That would prove to be the game winner. Give it up for the Amherst. They score a 3-2 win. We'll have reaction for you later on Sports Extra. Meanwhile, Syracuse in Big Ten country taking on Michigan State. Look at Carmelo Anthony. 2 of his 25 points. Cuse led by 4, but Chris Hill setting a Spartans three-point record. He had 10 on the day. It's 76-73. Final chance for Tom Izzo's club. Down 1, but Alan Henderson, will the shot go in the lane? It will go. Syracuse holds on and wins it 76-75. They're now 19-4 on the season. Coming up later on Sports Extra, it wouldn't be a Sunday night unless we broke it down high school style. Fab 5, hot shots, packages, all coming your way at 10:30.
Maybe some future Orange men in the mix there.
Tyler Ralph just named the Player of the Year in New York. We'll have McQuaid advancing. We'll break down the Section 5 tournament for you at 10:30.
All right, thanks, John. The weekend box office is coming up. Will some old school humor take over the top spot, or will this daredevil fight it out to stay #1? Your box office is next.
The 10 o'clock news, brought to you by Raymore and Flanagan.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't let the snow get you down, because prices are coming down fast during Raymore and Flanagan's Snow Emergency Sale. The heavy snow can be a hassle, but we're making savings on furniture even easier. You'll find sale tags everywhere in the Northeast's largest furniture inventory, with delivery in 3 days or less. The temperatures are chilly, but we put the freeze on financing. Pay nothing for 1 whole year. No deposit, interest, or payments. Come by car or sleigh, but get here for Raymore and Flanagan's Snow Emergency Sale. Unlike winter, it's over at 9 p.m. Monday.
Life's a little slower out here, but not at breakfast time.
Bus is going to be here in 10 minutes.
Did you do your homework? Now there's Bob Evans Express.
Where's the other shoe?
That fresh Bob Evans taste, ready in 60 seconds.
You guys, here's the sausage.
My kids love it. With this new Bob Evans Express, we can enjoy a hot breakfast.
We gotta go.
Even on busy days.
Bob Evans down on the farm.
Let's see. President's Week. Washington, Lincoln, leadership, dependability. Uh-oh. Is that snow? Looks like we need to extend the Toyota President's Week event so everyone can cash in. So dig yourself out and save big on all 5 Toyota SUVs, like Highlander. Just $259 a month for 39 months with $26.59 at signing, plus taxes and fees. No lie, SUV shoppers, $259 a month. Or cash in on 1.9% APR financing. Wow, 2 great ways to save on Highlander. Honest, there's not much time.
Toyota Corporate Solutions.
We wanted to get our networks upgraded. We had previously had a network of computers established, and they had outlived their usefulness. You know, we felt like we wanted to deal with a local company versus a national group. They were great people to work with, and I would recommend them very highly to anyone.
Call Toyota and let us find the right solution for your computer needs.
Toyota Computers, West Henrietta Road, and Toyota.com.
Bad reviews aren't stopping this superhero. Ben Affleck's comic book adventure movie Daredevil remained in the top spot at the box office this week. The action-packed flick took in almost about $19 million. The comedy Old School opened in second place with $17.5 million. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days hangs on at number 3 by making $11.9 million. It may not be Halloween, but this orchestra was all dressed up for today's performance. Yep, that's Darth Vader leading the RIT concert band. The ensemble took their performance of Star Wars and Lord of the Rings very seriously. We'll hear more from Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia a little later on. Meteorologist Elizabeth Hart will be back with a last look at tomorrow's weather.
Hollywood has no shortage of celebrity busybodies when it comes to advocacy. From homelessness to vegetarianism, from the environment to gay rights, and from endangered species to Tibet, there are plenty of Hollywood spokesmen. Except for now, the silence is deafening. It's been a few weeks since an ABC documentary reported that the 44-year-old Michael Jackson has sleepovers with young boys. Yet no one from Hollywood has come forward to complain. No sit-in, no protest concert, no sleeping in front of the White House, no belly aching on Larry King Live. On this matter, the Hollywood left has been silent. Jackson's reported $25 million settlement payment to another boy 10 years ago regarding sleepover arrangements ought to send a message that Jackson's Neverland ought to be renamed Never Again Land. But Hollywood doesn't seem to care. That's the point. Go to newscentral.tv and tell us what you think. I'm Mark Hyman.
The 10 o'clock news brought to you by Marina Dodge.
It's so big, it's monumental. Our monumental President's Day sale at Marina Dodge. Save on all new and used Dodges. Like a new Caravan, only $234 a month. Now at Marina Dodge, Webster.
Feel the fun with Instant Connections. Get a great deal from Roadrunner and Time Warner Digital Cable. More choices, more channels in digital picture and sound. You're always connected with Roadrunner.
Get digital cable, HBO, and Cinemax at 50% off for 3 months. Plus get Roadrunner for $29.95 a month for 6 months. Call 1-800-756-7956 today.
Instant happiness. Time Warner Cable. Now anything's possible.
Do cable TV prices make you cry? Get DirecTV from the Dish Store. Enjoy better TV and more value for just $31.99 per month. Get a 2-room DirecTV system for free. Call the Dish Store, your source for satellite TV.
Renovations, installations, plumbing, kitchens and bath. Think D'Angelo's. D'Angelo's specializes in creative design ideas, expert plumbing service, and complete installation for your kitchen and bath. We realize people have different styles and different needs. That's why we take the time to create a room that is right for you. Visit our showroom with over 50 models of award-winning kitchen and bath designs, elegant bathrooms, and beautiful kitchens by D'Angelo's, North Union Street, Spencerport. Limited only by your imagination. D'Angelo's.
Fox Rochester is celebrating our region with more all-in-a-day's drive contests and prizes. Log on to foxrochester.com and learn about the travel opportunities around Rochester and our region. Northern Pennsylvania, Swain, Toronto, Holiday Valley, Niagara Falls. Visit foxrochester.com to sign up to win great prizes and travel opportunities. Sponsored by Roadrunner High Speed Online. You'll get there faster with Roadrunner. See what's out there all in a day's drive and win through foxrochester.com.
When you see news happening, dial pound 31 on your Verizon Wireless phone. Join in. A service brought to you by Verizon Wireless.
Now here's a look at what we're working on for tomorrow's 10 o'clock news. A Greece man accused of raping girls he met on the internet is scheduled to go to trial. We'll have details from the courtroom. And many local police and firefighters have been called up to active duty abroad. Find out who's taking their place. Join us for that and much more tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Meteorologist Elizabeth Hart has a last look at tomorrow's weather.
Melanie, the snow will taper off overnight tonight, and I think we'll start our Monday with a bit of sunshine around the region. Temperatures stay bitterly cold through the day, warming only into the mid and upper teens. That chance of snow returns around midday. We could pick up 2 or 3 inches Monday afternoon, and then another 3 or 4 inches Monday night, giving us a grand total by Tuesday morning of around a half a foot. Things quiet down thereafter, and we do see a warming trend by the end of the work week. Melanie?
All right, thanks, Liz. How much longer till spring? Phew.
Yeah, Sue, I need it now. I'm dying right now.
Oh, we'll only cross our fingers. Thanks for joining us. We're going to leave you with a little more from the RIT Concert Band. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for the 10 o'clock news.
Good night.
I want a cool car. I want a cool hot rod.
Marketplace Chrysler will do whatever it takes. Get this loaded 2003 PT Cruiser Turbo. Take advantage of 0% financing or a $2,500 rebate. We'll back it with our transferable 7-year, 70,000-mile warranty. So what else do you want?
I want to listen to everything from the Beach Boys.
Whatever it takes. Marketplace Chrysler, West Henrietta Road.
February is Black History Month, and Fox Rochester is celebrating our region and those who have shaped and continue to positively impact our community.
Today, we honor choreographer Garth Fagan, who's the founder of Rochester's premier local dance company, Garth Fagan Dance. In 1998, Fagan won a Tony Award for Best Choreographer for Disney's Broadway hit, The Lion King.
Fox Rochester is proud to honor our distinguished African-American community members. Sponsored by Raymore and Flanagan.
Everybody gets a great deal. 0%, 60 months, extra low payment. 02 Focus, $179 per month. 03 Taurus, $243 per month. 03 Explorer, 4-door, 4x4, $374 per month. Folks, this is huge. 0%, 60 months, low payments, limited time, great selection. Hurry while they last. Everybody gets a great deal.
Fox Rochester, celebrating our region and making the winning easy at foxrochester.com. Click on All in a Day's Drive to register to win a Toronto getaway. You'll stay at the beautiful Delta Chelsea, and you can enjoy the CN Tower, Toronto's legendary The Second City, the Eaton Centre, the Royal Ontario Museum, and Disney's The Lion King. How do you win? It's easy. Log on to foxrochester.com and click on All in a Day's Drive. Brought to you by your local Chevy dealer.
If you've been injured on a construction site, talk with Solino and Barnes.
Successful lawyers must have a sense of compassion, of caring. That's the business we're in. Helping people in need. Helping families whose lives have been turned upside down because of an accident.
We've dedicated our careers to representing people whose lives have been devastated as a result of the carelessness of others. At Solino and Barnes, we have a proven track record and the experience needed to achieve maximum results.
Solino and Barnes, 454-2020.
Now, Sports Extra, live with John DeTulio.
Good evening and welcome to Sunday Sports Extra, where for the next half hour, we're going to attempt to keep you warm and toasty as we break down the day and week in local and national sports. And we start our live show here on the ice. The Amherst 4-2 winners Saturday versus Hershey, facing off versus Syracuse. Goalie Ryan Miller sent down from Buffalo on Friday, earning the huge W last night. Now we go to the BCA at the War Memorial. Bad weather keeping the fans away from the arena tonight, but 2 minutes into the first, Norm Milley with the shot. There's Jason Bottrell lurking. It's 35th of the year. Rochester leads it 1-0. Look at Sean McMorrow and Syracuse's Trevor Ettinger going at it. Some serious fisticuffs on a chilly night. Crunchwood tied middle of the first. Jeremy Reach with the goal. It's 1-1, and Syracuse would take a 2-1 lead after one period. Bottrell ties it. Then in the third, Doug Smith's shot is off the mark, but there's Carl Musowski in the crease, put back 3-2 Amherst at that point. As we go to the board, the Amherst score a 3-2 win. Ryan Miller gets his second straight W. Bottrell with 2 goals, and despite all the new faces on the Amherst roster and in their starting lineup, they come up with 2 straight wins.
All the guys understand the system really well, and they're playing in it. And that's the most important thing, you know, no matter who's playing out there, they're all doing a good job and playing within the system.
Syracuse throughout the entire year has played us extremely hard, so we knew it was going to be difficult, especially with a few of the guys out of the lineup. But you have to give those guys credit who came up credit. They played an outstanding game there for us, and then a guy like Carl Musowski stepping up, getting the game-winning goal. It was a great team effort tonight.
JB is on fire. Now, the Amherst parent company, for the time being, that would be the Sabres, winless in their last 6 road games. On the road earlier this evening at Tampa Bay. John Tortorella's Lightning unbeaten in their last 5. We go to the Sunshine State, and there you see the former Amherst head coach now doing a solid job with Tampa Bay. But how about this? 3 minutes in, Maxima Finnegan, the first time we said this all year. Goal for MA, 1-0 Sabres. 7 minutes later, 4-on-4, and Alexei Zhitnik, only his second goal of the year. He beats John Graham. Then that would cause some fisticuffs. Look at Graham and Václav Ferrata going at it. Marty Baron says, wait a minute, I want a piece of the action. Serious fisticuffs, gloves being thrown everywhere. But in the end, in the third period, the Sabres would add some beef. Miro Shatan with the insurance. 4-1 Sabres as they take out Tampa Bay. Meanwhile, the Devils down in the Igloo taking on the Penguins, and Tomas Saravi here would find Mario Lemieux one times it past Martin Brodeur, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Pens. It's 2-2 in the third, and Lemieux, Saravi to Martin Straka, 3-2 at that point, but Joey Nieuwendyk and Scott Gomez score in the third. Devils win it 4-3. Bruins on the island to take on the Islanders. Steve Shields in net for Boston, and what is he doing? S-squared getting all confused. He gets back late to the net, and there's Michael Pekka, makes him pay. 2-2, 6 minutes to go. Then just moments later, on the power play, Michael Pekka with the backhand. However, this one would end up in a 4-all tie. How about the Bruins? 1-4-2 in their last 7. Meanwhile, Mike Modano, 2 goals. He now has 26 on the year. He leads Dallas. Nashville knocks off Toronto, winning 5-2. Ed Belfour lit up for 5 goals. Anaheim shuts out Carolina. How about the Ducks? They have 70 points. That's one more than they had all last year. And Colorado leading the Rangers 3-1. Eric Lindros does have his 18th for New York. Now we turn our attention to college basketball. Syracuse playing their first non-conference road game of the season this afternoon. The Orangemen in Big Ten country taking on Michigan State. The Spartans 14-10, out to impress the NCAA selection committee. They need a win against a ranked team. Ooh, we go to the Breslin Center and Carmelo Anthony, the sensational freshman, on fire. 15 in the first 11 minutes. Josh Page kicks it out to Anthony. Let me tell you, you hate to say it, but the kid's going to the NBA next year. Deep 3 ball from the right side. Cuse led by 3. One problem for Jimmy Boeheim was Chris Hill was on fire. A huge start for the Spartans and all kinds of 3-pointers. He had 17 first-half points. Look at this from the right side, 44-39. However, the Cuse led at intermission. Second half, Allen Anderson, uncontested, 53-51, Tom Izzo's club. Then watch Jerry McNamara here. 3-ball left side. Cuse takes back the lead, 57-55. Then the lead extends to 6. Hakeem Warwick from Josh Pace. Now, the shots were harder to come by down the stretch, but Carmelo Anthony on the block. Cuse led by 4. And then when CA would complete this 3-point play with 2:29 left, up 76-70, the freshman hit the floor, but he would stay in the game. But Hill's team record, 10th 3-ball, as Anthony's shaken up, but he would stay in the game. Look at this, NBA 3-pointer here. Trim the margin in half, down by 3 after Bill Edelin missed a 1-and-1. Michigan State has a chance. Down 1. Kelvin Torbert, it won't go. Then look at this, Allen Anderson with a final opportunity. Orangemen survive. Huge win. 76-75. Carmelo Anthony with 25 points. Chris Hill with 34. Cuse improved their record now to 19-4. Now, Big 12 showdown. Kansas taking on Oklahoma and Hollis Price. How good is HP? 3-ball, he had 19. Then Quantus White here, he also had 19. 3-ball once more. Oklahoma opened up a huge lead. They hold on and win it 77-70. Now, local college hoops, the U of R taking on number 1 ranked Washington. They win in overtime, 83-82. Seth Hobbin, 25. Washington, their women also ranked number 1. The U of R women complete the exacta. Kelly Westcott, 23 points as they win by 9 points. Now, we turn our attention to golf, where for the first time in his young career, Charles Howell III entered the final round on top. The Georgia native, yes, 3 clear of his boyhood idol, Nick Price, with 18 to go at the Nissan Open. Let's not throw it away, Chuck. Close with a 65 finish at 6 under. We go to a playoff, and look at how, and Mike Weir in a playoff, look at this great shot, the bunker shot on number 10, positioned him for birdie, but Weir putts first. The Canadian nails it from 10 feet, birdie. Charles Howell III now needs a 7-footer to extend the playoff. I gotta say it, Gags. Give it up for Mike Weir. He wins the Nissan Open. Now, NBA and the Knicks concluding their 6-game West Coast trip after setting the Suns and the Lakers. New York has dropped its last 3, while the Kings, tops of the Pacific, winners of 2 straight, hopeful that Chris Webber would return soon to their starting lineup after missing the last 10 games with a sprained ankle. We go to the Arco Arena with the Knicks starting fast, but Shandon Anderson here, all alone for 2 on the break, and the Knicks have their largest lead in the first half, 42-34, late in the period. Kings come back, and former Knick Doug Christie to the rack over the outstretched arms of Clarence Weatherspoon at 70-63. That game now midway through the 3rd quarter. Meanwhile, Timberwolves looking for their 14th straight at the Target Center. Wally Zerbiak puts it down as he blows past Sean Marion. And then watch Troy Hudson to Radoslav Nesterovic, who finished with 22. Wolves win it 99-97. Doug Collins and the Wizards trying to hold off the Mavericks today. Michael Jordan, watch this move. Past Nick Van Exel, past Dirk Nowitzki. Down by 3 here late, and Jerry Stackhouse ties the game with 27 seconds to go. Then MJ, is Mark Cuban, the Mavericks owner, looking on. MJ a chance to win it. It won't go. We go to overtime where Steve Nash answered. He finished with 22 points. He gets by Michael Jordan, throws it up over Tyrone Lue. 106-101 Mavericks in overtime. Tracy McGrady, 46 points, 10 rebounds, 13 assists. The Magic switch the nets. And Philadelphia gets 23 from Allen Iverson. They take out the Cavaliers 116-103. We have reached our first station break here at Sunday Sports Extra. Coming up, we have the latest Fab Five, our newest Hot Shots, plus we pay kudos to our Team of the Week. We have all that and more when Sunday Sports Extra rolls on Fox Rochester.
Is Jerry ready for true love?
Are you looking deep down at the real person underneath?
No, I'm being as superficial as I possibly can.
Monday at 11 on Fox Rochester.
We knew we had to make the new Accord more comfortable and more stylish. Why else would you part with your old one? The all-new 2003 Accord from Honda. Now you can lease a 2003 Accord LX sedan for $239 a month for 36 months.
If you've been injured in an automobile accident, talk with Celino and Barnes.
One of the things that I most enjoy about being a lawyer is helping clients in their time of need, fighting to ensure that they receive the compensation they rightfully deserve.
For us, it's about fairness. It's about justice. Although nobody can make up for your loss and suffering, our courtroom successes are proof that we go the extra mile to obtain the largest possible settlement.
Celino and Barnes, 454-2020.
Looking for quality, award-winning television? It's yours with Time Warner Cable. Cable continues to create more innovative and entertaining shows, winning 10 of 11 television awards at the Golden Globes. If you don't have Time Warner Cable, now is the time to get the very best in television with more than 200 channels of great entertainment. Call now and get digital cable plus 6 channels of HBO at 25% off for 4 months. Call Time Warner Cable today, 1-800-756-7956.
Last week, Simon made a prediction.
The show next week will blow this group apart.
Fox Tuesday. See if his promise comes true when the final group show what they've got.
So I need to talk to you.
And it's your last chance to choose which ones go on to the top 10 American Idol.
Tuesday at 8 on Fox Rochester. Sponsored by Alfred State.
Sunday Sports Extra presents the Fab Five live with John DiTullio.
We are back. It's time for my favorite portion of the show. That would be the Fab Five, which is a Fox Rochester sports breakdown and rankings of high school hoops and hockey. Upset specials causing some changes among the polls. We start with boys basketball, and we've got to get them for Pittsford Sutherland. The upset, the top seed Newark. CJ Lee, 26 points. Fairport rolls, 52-47 winners over Edison. Corey McGee, Ryan McAdam with 12. Batavia routed Victor Phil Santiago with 20 points. There you see Rush Henrietta, 74-45 winners. Sheldon Brown, 16 points as they knocked off Penfield and McQuaid. They routed Hilton. They come in at number 1. Now to girls basketball. Spencerport, the huge upset win over Mercy. They're at number 5. HFL defeated Victor. Maddie Brown with 21. Newark comes in at number 3, an easy time with Batavia. Fairport with just 1 loss. They 48-29 winners over RH. And Athena, 62-45 winners over Webby Schrader. Katie Polly, the all-time leading 3-point scorer now for the Lady Trojans. Meanwhile, hockey, Hilton, they're at number 5. Geneseo, their Cinderella season ends. They lose to Batavia. They finish at number 4. Greece Thunder, they finished the season at number 3. Still have a shot, though, at the at-large bid in the state tournament. Dan Webb's done a great job. Batavia comes in at number 2. And Brockport comes in at number 1. They're 2-1 winners over the Thunder in the Class A finals. Now, from the Fab Five comes our Team of the Week. And this Sunday, we salute the Ice Devils from Batavia, who on Saturday captured their first sectional championship since 1995.
We got 24 great kids, and they've worked hard, not only this year, but in the years past. They set their goals this year in this game, and getting here and winning this game. It's a great bunch of kids.
Come on! Paul Peterson's club improved their seasonal mark to 19-5-2 while capturing their third sectional championship in team history. Junior Brennan Briggs provided both goals, while the Ice Devils defense, which has allowed only one goal this postseason, held Geneseo to just 4 shots over the final 17 minutes.
This week and last week we had guys from the 87 team who won sectionals and guys from the 95 team that won sectionals. And they just talked to us, and I think it really helped out and gave us more depth. It's outstanding. I can't even tell you how good it feels. We've been working hard for this. Seniors have been working hard for this for 4 years, and it just feels great.
I feel great. I've been in a slump the past 4 games. I was scoring goals earlier in the year, and I was just in a slump, and I knew if there's one day I got to come to play, I'm coming today, and I came.
I think part of the biggest thing was early in the season they felt a lot of pressure. We turned 18 guys. A lot of people picked us to win. I think early on they felt the pressure. And as the season went on, we played some good quality in the top 3 teams of the state. We played with them. I think they finally gained confidence in themselves. And they felt they could play in the state. We might not beat everybody, but we can at least give them all a run for their money. So I think just their confidence grew in themselves and in their teammates themselves.
Great effort by Batavia. Now we move ahead to our high school hot shots, which is a Fox Rochester Sports top 5 plays of the week. We have some great action for you. The tape is ready to go. Let's check out number 5. That would be Brockport's Colby Jones here. With the spinning puck, he goes top shelf versus Hilton. That game was in the semis. Meanwhile, Webby Thomas's Lydia Reed here. Watch her thread the needle to Marissa Canori. Look at that, that's nice. Great dish for the bucket. Hockey final, we go back to Brockport, and Craig Willis is the game winner late in the third versus Greece Thunder. CW coming up huge. And watch McQuaid's here. Tyler Ralph on the move. And he's going to go to his good buddy, Ryan Pettinella, who puts it down with some authority, the senior. His efforts are number 2. Then Batavia's Pete Schaefer, the biggest assist of the year. Watch him find here Brennan Briggs, which proved to be the game winner for the Ice Devils to claim their sectional championship. It's intermission time here at the Extra. Coming up, we have a story about an undersized grappler who is a heavyweight in every sense of the word. We'll explain when Sunday Sports Extra returns on Fox Rochester.
When you're out looking for a vehicle, price naturally is critical, but I think there's more to that. It's the people that you're dealing with.
I don't think Massey & Ford is a typical dealer.
Not a lot of hype. It's a people-friendly dealership.
They're small, they're not slick, and I even know the mechanics by name.
I think it's more personal, almost like family. What is the sense of saving $100 on a vehicle if the next time you go back, the salesman you bought it from isn't there?
Tired of disconnects, busy signals, paying for a second phone line? Stop wasting time and money. Get Roadrunner. Roadrunner is up to 50 times faster than dial-up. And right now, you can get Roadrunner for only 99 cents a day for 6 months. Just think, Roadrunner in your home within 5 days, and you'll save up to 35% for the next 6 months. This is the best offer of the year. Call 756-BEEP today.
We love it!
My mom always wanted to be a grandmother, but she died of lung cancer from smoking cigarettes just before my daughter was born. It was a slow and painful death. She was 51. She would have been so proud of her granddaughter. Emma would have learned so much from her. She looked so much like her now. I'll never forget what tobacco did to my family.
Hey, Ron, you're a Molson Canadian drinker. Now I see you switched to one-man bachelorette party lager. What gives?
Joke's on you, Gary. They're the same.
Molson made a new beer.
No, they made new twin labels. Lots of them. Check out Ted over there.
Wow.
Yeah. Everyone loves the great taste of Molson Canadian. And now your Molson says even more about you.
Hey, bartender, give me a I'm getting freaky with Ron's girlfriend and he doesn't even know about it lager.
Sorry, we're all out.
Let your Molson do the talking.
Now, back to Sunday Sports Extra from Fox Rochester. Here's John DeTulio.
We are back talking NASCAR and rain wreaking havoc at Rockingham on Saturday, causing the cancellation of the Busch Race Series, which has been reslated for Monday, and the Winston Cup practices also being washed out. Now, David Green holding the pole for today's Subway 400. Let's start chomping on some serious highlights. And you win a race, your name is engraved on the rock. You saw the late Dale Earnhardt. There you see Darrell Waltrip. Jeff Gordon, little smooch to his latest love interest. And the rain wreaking havoc even on, yes, the skydivers. Believe it or not, Scrappy, the guy, got up and he's okay. Little E, though, having problems here. He blows the left front tire. He would finish 33rd. More problems in the race. The caution flag's up and about today. Kenny Wallace would also spin out, but in the end, Dale Jarrett here would take Kurt Busch, who led for 150 laps, as Dale Jarrett goes on and wins the Subway 400, his 31st Winston Cup victory. Kurt Busch finishing second, Matt Kenseth, Ricky Craven, and Jamie McMurray rounding out the top 5. Now from the track to the mats, and yesterday Hilton High School played host to the sectional wrestling meet. Our own GS Greg Sage was there in spotlights one Panther who proved to be Cat Quick.
Yesterday's Section 5 Wrestling Championships showcased the skill and power of our area's top grapplers. Small on stature but big on heart, Pittsburgh freshman Kyle Borshoff capped a perfect 34-0 season at 96 pounds by outlasting Canandaigua's Dan Manzera.
Try my hardest. He was a good wrestler. Just happy I won. It was one of my goals all year. To win sectionals, so I'm happy.
But just moments after claiming sectional supremacy, Kyle went from wrestler to cheerleader, rooting on brother Jason in the 103-pound final.
My brother, he was wrestling the last year's 96-pound state rep. I'd have been happy if he won, but he did a good job wrestling. Tough kid. He's my workout partner. He's the only one on my team close to my weight. My goal all year was to go to states, see how good I really am, go against the toughest kids. This is one step closer to making that goal.
For Sunday Sports Extra, I'm Greg Sage.
GS solid piece. You know, a scary thing is I think I outweigh them. You combine their weights, we're about the same. Boys got to start chomping on some serious cakes. Now, the extra has reached the fourth quarter. Coming up, the Blue Devils, yes, they go that extra effort to earn another sectional title, the award, when Sunday Sports Extra rolls on Fox Rochester.
Sports Extra brought to you by Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's new Monterey Chicken Quesadilla combines two tastes so tempting, it might trigger a Monterey matchup. The Monterey Chicken Quesadilla. Rich Monterey Jack cheese meets spicy pepper jack. Melted together over all white meat chicken. For the new Monterey Chicken Quesadilla, think outside the bun.
Positive energy, big opportunity. Whatever you call it, it's surrounding every Chevy car. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on every 2003 Chevy car except Corvette. Or choose $3,000 cash back. What goes around comes around, so make your next move. Get 0% APR for 60 months at your local Chevy dealer today.
Fox Rochester, celebrating our region, inviting you to the Greater Rochester International Auto Show, February 26th through March 2nd at the Convention Center. Register at the Fox Rochester Made for Living booth at the main entrance to win a Sirius satellite radio at the Glen NASCAR prize package. We'll also have your free brand new Fox Rochester All in a Day's Drive winter travel guide. Our mascot Freckles will be there on the weekend. Fox Rochester, celebrating our region at the Greater Rochester International Auto Show.
It's so big, it's monumental. It's our monumental President's Sale at the all-new Marina Dodge. Like a 2003 Dodge Caravan, just $234 a month, or a 2003 Dodge Dakota, just $174 a month. We got a monumental selection to choose from, all with monumental savings. Plus 0% for 60 months and 7 years, 70,000-mile powertrain warranty. All this means you get the most monumental savings in the area at Marina Dodge. Now through Monday only, our monumental President's Sale only at the all-new Marina Dodge, 943 Ridge Road in Webster.
Now, from Fox Rochester, Sunday Sports Extra, live with John DiTullio.
We turn our attention now to the extra effort, which is an award given to an individual or group who goes above and beyond the call of duty in the world of sports. And tonight, we have to honor Brockport Hockey, who on Saturday defended their Class A Section 5 title. Here is our own Fox Sports' Brett Stagnetti with the story.
They say the only thing tougher than reaching the top is staying there. Brockport accomplished that feat this weekend. Craig Willis's late third period goal made the Blue Devils the first repeat Section 5 large school champions since 1995.
It's so much harder because the whole season, everybody comes prepared to play it, because if they beat you, they make their season. And, we trained all off season 3 days a week. We weightlifted and, we're a very positive team, a very intelligent group of kids, not only, on the ice, but, in the classroom. And they're good students of the game.
It's hard to explain how great this one feels, because it's a repeat, and this team is just excellent. They played their hearts out all year, and for the win this championship, it's great. So it feels great to repeat, set a record, keep our names in the books.
It's safe to say the Blue Devils get a lot of their passion for the game from their coach and his north-of-the-border hockey attitude.
My dad's a good Canadian, and my wife's a Canadian, and I know how important hockey is to them, its culture. And, I live it year-round pretty much, and I know that there's a lot of kids on the ice here that do the same thing. And my whole idea in hockey is develop talent and character, and I think today we proved it, that we got a lot of heart and a lot of character and a lot of passion for the sport.
Next up for Brockport, a state regional matchup this Saturday at Seton Catholic from Section 7. For Sunday Sports Extra, I'm Brett Stagnetti.
Kudos to Casey Baylog and that club. He's got a great program going on out at Brockport. Now, still ahead, the sports menu for the upcoming sports week. That and more when Sports Extra returns right here on Fox Rochester. We'll be right back.
I'm always amazed when insurance companies create monumental financial struggles for someone who has been tragically injured.
At Salino & Barnes, we are committed to fight for the victims and their families and to get the settlements they rightfully deserve.
Like the young woman who was so severely burned by an intoxicated truck driver.
Maybe it's the results achieved for our clients that has made us Western New York's largest personal injury firm.
Salino & Barnes, 454-2020.
It's time to start up a rugged new four-door Ford Explorer 4x4 with red carpet option financing for just $350.
From the beginning, Bobcat of Buffalo has provided residential and commercial customers a superior product with superior service. That is why we are Western New York's best choice when it comes to sales or rental of commercial and residential Bobcat equipment. Bobcat of Buffalo has the complete line of Bobcat equipment ready for you. Whether you're a professional or a do-it-yourselfer, we can give you the tools you need to get the job done right for less. Come visit our new location or call today, and you'll discover the Bobcat of Buffalo different.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't let the snow get you down, because prices are coming down fast during Raymore and Flanagan's Snow Emergency Sale. The heavy snow can be a hassle, but we're making savings on furniture even easier. You'll find sale tags everywhere in the Northeast's largest furniture inventory with delivery in 3 days or less. The temperatures are chilly, but we put the freeze on financing. Pay nothing for 1 whole year. No deposit, interest, or payments. Come by car or sleigh, but get here for Raymore and Flanagan's Snow Emergency Sale. Unlike winter, it's over at 9 p.m. Monday.
Now, a preview of the upcoming sports menu on Sunday Sports Extra on Fox Rochester.
Let's take a look at the menace. We've got some serious things going on. We start with hockey. The Amerks now winners of 2 straight at Syracuse Friday, then at Grand Rapids. Look at that, 2-game set Saturday and Sunday. Meanwhile, look at the Sabres. Monday at Florida. Road trip continues Wednesday. Then they're back at home Friday against Dallas, and then they take on Michael Pekka and the Islanders on Saturday. Meanwhile, the Nighthawks, Friday versus Ottawa. That game is at the War Memorial. Meanwhile, the Cuse take on the Mountaineers and John Beeline on Wednesday, then go to Georgetown to take on the Hoyas. That game was on Saturday. Now, the Section 5 tournament continues. Here's some notable games. RH and East. There you see Fairport and Greece Athena. Could Aranda knock off McQuaid. That's in Class A, Batavia and Geneva in Class Double B. Some girls notables, Fairport, Gage, Chile. There is the Athena and Penfield. Class A, look at that final. Spencerport and Hilton. Who would have thought that game would happen? Class Double B, Newark and Sutherland. HFL and Mendon, the top 4 seeds alive. You got to love the action. We'll have all the highlights for you throughout the week here on Sports Extra. That does it for this edition of Sunday Sports Extra. For my partners Greg Sage and Brett Stagnetti, I'm John DeTullio. I'll catch you all week on the Brother Wease Morning Show on 96.5 WCMF. Thanks for tuning in. Stay warm, everyone, and have a great week. We'll see you back here next Sunday. So long.